The luxury SUV market is currently a bloodbath, but Lexus just committed an act of absolute defiance that changes everything. For the 2027 model year, for years, the RX has been the safe, reliable choice for people who want comfort without the headache of German repair bills. But the new 2027 Lexus RX-800H isn't just playing it safe anymore. While the competition is scrambling to pivot entirely to electric, Lexus has doubled down on a hybrid powertrain that frankly makes every other luxury crossover on the road look like it's living in the Stone Age. We are looking at a machine that blends the legendary reliability of Toyota's engineering with a level of digital opulence that we honestly didn't think Lexus had in its DNA. But here's the kicker, and the reason you absolutely cannot click away from this video. There is one massive, hidden flaw lurking beneath the surface of this vehicle that the glossy marketing brochures simply refuse to acknowledge. It is a specific design choice regarding the cabin, technology, and the tactile interface that could either make this the best SUV you've ever owned or the most frustrating purchase of your entire life. I'm going to break down exactly what that is, how it affects your daily drive, and why it might just force you to reconsider your next luxury upgrade. But we have to dissect the performance and the exterior design changes first, because they are nothing short of revolutionary. The exterior of the 800H is a masterclass in aggressive evolution. Lexus has taken the iconic spindle grille concept and refined it into something that feels more like a piece of high-end jewelry than a traditional front bumper. It is sharper, more cohesive, and frankly, it commands the kind of road presence that the previous generations simply lacked. The LED headlight clusters are narrower, meaner, and integrated, with a new light signature that gives the SUV a predatory look in the rearview mirror of anyone daring enough to get in its way. The full-width rear light bar doesn't just span the tailgate. It wraps into the quarter panels, creating a visual width that makes the car look planted and grounded. Under the hood, we are talking about a highly refined hybrid system that prioritizes seamless power delivery over raw, unusable speed, while the European competitors are chasing 0 to 60 times that you'll never actually use on your morning commute. Lexus focused on the torque curve. The result is a surge of acceleration that feels effortless, smooth, and incredibly quiet. It's the kind of power that makes you feel like you are gliding rather than driving. By the way, if you're finding this deep dive into the next era of Lexus performance useful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop a like. It's the best way to make sure you stay ahead of the curve as we track the most anticipated vehicle launches of the year. Stepping inside is where the real transformation happens, and it's a polarizing one. The cockpit has been completely reimagined to move away from the cluttered, button-heavy layouts of the past. You are looking at a clean, minimalist aesthetic dominated by a massive, high-definition interface that integrates perfectly with the dash. The materials are exactly what you would expect from a flagship-tier brand. Soft touch leathers, sustainable open-pore wood accents, and stitching so precise it looks laser-guided. It's an environment designed to isolate you from the chaos of the outside world, creating a sanctuary on wheels. But this brings us back to that massive, hidden problem I mentioned at the start. While the interior is stunning to look at, Lexus has opted to strip away almost all physical tactile controls in favor of haptic feedback pads integrated directly into the dash surface and a singular, ultra-wide digital panel. On paper, it looks like the future of automotive design. In the real world, it means that adjusting your cabin temperature, volume, or even basic drive modes while driving on a bumpy highway requires you to take your eyes off the road for a split second to ensure you're pressing the right spot on a flat, non-tactile surface. Beyond the interface issue, we have to talk about the real-world utility. Lexus has carved out more rear seat legroom than ever before, and the cargo area has been optimized with a flat-load floor that makes loading gear easier than in any previous generation. The seats themselves feature a new, multi-layer foam density that reduces fatigue on long road trips, a huge win for family haulers. However, despite these massive strides in comfort and efficiency, the reliance on digital menus for simple HVAC adjustments is a recurring complaint among early testers. When you are paying this much for a luxury vehicle, you expect a certain level of ergonomic intuition that seems to have been sacrificed at the altar of minimalism. It's the ultimate trade-off between stunning, modern aesthetics and actual, functional ergonomics. It's a bold, risky gamble, and whether it pays off for the average driver who values safety and ease of use is the biggest debate in the industry right now. Is this truly the peak of modern luxury? Or is it a step backward in functional usability for the sake of looking cool? That is the secret and the reality of the 2027 Lexus RX-800H, an SUV that manages to be both an engineering masterpiece and a potential exercise in daily frustration.